What's up, everybody? Cigar Sherpa, Laird, Mayhew back with another cigar review. And today, on subscriber request, I've got the Oliva Second in Robusto. Stay tuned.
I can smoke stogies in my house. First of all, because her father introduced me to stogies, and second of all, because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want. I don't have to find a hideout place like you.
All right. Welcome back to another episode here at Cigar Sherpa. I, of course, am your host, Laird Mayhew. And if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button. If it's not your first time here, as always, welcome back. Okay, so like my intro said, today I've got the Oliva Seconds. Okay, Oliva Seconds. I believe these were purchased through JRs. You can get them on a number of different catalog sites. I believe Cigars International provides them or offers them as well. I have had them before. I have not had this one. I'm a big fan of the Oliva Ligero Lay Seconds from Cigar International when I can get them. They sell out quick, so if you notice them up for sale and you find one you like, you better grab them and sock them away because they go fast. So this one actually comes by way of a subscriber, Michelangelo. He had commented on one of the reviews and basically dared me to review it. And I said, hell, send me one or two and I'll definitely review it because I know there's a lot of people out there that like hunting down these budget sticks. I am one of those people as well. It just kind of adds to the hobby. You know, you get the good ones you pay a lot of money for, and then you try to find ones you feel like you're kind of beating the system. So what these are supposed to be are seconds, okay, which means they didn't make the cut to be boxed. Usually it's just basically based on appearance, okay? The tobacco is the same. They're just not pretty, okay? That's what they're selling you. I don't know that to be 100% true. I tend to lean more towards that these are the cigars that the students roll in the rolling school, because every factory's got a school. I mean, you don't just go in there, fill out a job application. You know, you got to learn this stuff somewhere. So you probably start sweeping the floor, and then you move up and you learn how to roll. You probably roll for some lower end brands, and then as you get better, they move you up down the line, and you start becoming a master roller. And they have different levels, and kind of like karate, you got like black belts and shit like that. But going off of the information that they market on, this just simply didn't make the cut because it's not pretty. Okay, so what happens is they come out of the aging room after however how long they're going to be aged, and they hit a table in a group of, say, 500 or 1,000, and there's a guy there or a woman, and their job is to take the cigars and separate them. Okay, they're all the same tobacco. They all went in the age room at the same time, but they may have different shades of brown or green. So what they do is they take them down and they put them together. Oh, okay, yep, and then they group them out and they box them. That way, when you open up the box, you don't have different shades of brown or green. It just adds to the premium aspect of the cigar process. So what these are ones that got kicked back because they just didn't age to a nice color. And you'll notice this one is kind of mottled. It's pretty rough looking cigar, actually. It's got heavy veins on it. And it's kind of lumpy. So, it happens. It's a man-made product. So they got to do something. If that is, in fact, the case, and that's what it is, they can't just throw it away. So they'll bundle it up. And it comes in a bundle like this. He even provided the bundle, so I would know Oliva Seconds. And if you want to know about the end of this review, if you want to try one, it is the OL2 SOMR. Okay, and I'm guessing that means OL Oliva, 2S Seconds, Maduro, Robusto, probably. I don't know what the other O is for. I'm just taking a wild guess there because it is a Robusto size. It is 5 by 50, classic size, one of my favorite, probably my favorite size cigar. It just fits into my lifestyle. It's got a Connecticut Broadleaf wrapper, Nicaraguan wrapper, and fillers. And that's all I could find out about it. Now, you can take a wild guess as to where this cigar lands in the Oliva chain. And my guess would be the Series O Connecticut Broadleaf. Sun-grown, I think, is the actual nomenclature of the cigar, but they have one in a sun-grown wrapper, and they have one in a Connecticut Broadleaf. So this is my guess, okay? Your guess is as good as mine. So it smells really good. It's got a rough construction, like I said. It's got double cap. Not put on there very beautifully. It's wrinkly. rustic cigar, a little manly type cigar, like a Clint Eastwood type. The smell though is good. It smells like it's got a good coffee, like black coffee and earthy smell to it, and tobacco. So those three things combined right there. So I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a punch, and then I'm going to light it, and I'm going to come back and tell you what I think about it from there. So stay tuned. All right, all right. Right away, I'm getting a good hint for black coffee. Good black pepper of the Retro Hill. A little sweetness there too. Kind of a dry wrapper feel, so it's not like oily. And this thing, you know, it's been in my humidor. When did you send me this thing, Michael? Probably I got it about a week and a half ago, maybe a week. I don't remember, but it's been in my humidor. But humidified perfectly, and wow, it's got a really strong black pepper. It'll get you on that Retro Hill. My eyes kind of watering, so be on lookout for that. It's got a perfect draw, and it's got a very dark, earthy nuance to it, along with that black coffee. Bit dry on the palate, but so far I'm liking it. I got no complaints, so I'm going to come back in the first third and tell you what I think about it from there, so stay tuned. All right. We are in the first third. We're about 8 minutes into this thing, and I tell you what, it's burning really nice. Look at that ash. Not razor sharp, but I don't know the last time I had a cigar that burned razor sharp. So far, it's really developed. It's got a sweetness, like an underlying sweetness to it. It's sweetness on the palate, and it's in the smoke. At first I was calling this thing like probably medium plus. It's probably closer to the full body because it's getting me in the damn back of the throat. Like it's pretty strong, and it's very dark. Okay, and I like a dark, strong cigar. About the only thing that I'm getting that I'm not crazy about, it has a charry oak nuance to it. But other than that, some people like that. That's why I don't knock it and say, oh, it's no good. It's got a very, very good, rich, like silty black coffee. It's definitely got black pepper in the Retro Hill. A little bit of tangling on the palate, but really it's just getting me right now. I'm going to have to cut the camera off here before I start hiccuping. But I'm enjoying it so far, and I'll be back in the second third, and I'll tell you what I think about it from there. Stay tuned. All right. We are coming into the second third, and I just wanted to go ahead and before I ash them. Usually I ash my cigars when they get about a good, 3/4 of an inch to an inch, because I just find that I get better flavors out of the cigar, the more oxygen that cherry can get. But being that it's a second cigar, it's a budget stick. I mean, it is what it is. I just figure I'd let it hold on and see. It's getting a little bit janky there, like it's going to fall. But I'm telling you what, I'm enjoying this cigar. I really am. And I'm never going to say, well, for a $2, $3, it's probably like what? I didn't even check the price. I'm guessing it's probably about $2 to $3 price range for these bundles. They come in bundles of 20. Usually about 40 to 60 bucks, depending. You catch them on special. But it's holding on really good, that ash. And the flavors are very, very enjoyable. The only thing that I don't like, okay, that's not to my palate, is it's got kind of a dry smoke. Okay, usually, smoke is either creamy or oily or it's airy, but this is very full, and you think it's going to be creamy, but then it's just a little bit dry. It kind of takes all the saliva out of your mouth, kind of dries your mouth out. But other than that, it's very strong too. I'd say it's full-bodied cigar. The strength is about medium plus. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and ash that. And there you go. So, and on a long ash like that, I like to just go ahead and just touch up just one side there. I don't know why. Probably does nothing scientifically, but when it's a long ash like that, it's like to go ahead and hit it. And the draw is, and then, you know what? And the flavors actually are sweeter. Okay, so you still got black coffee. That is the note of the day of the cigar. It's got a very good, like silty black coffee. The black pepper is there in the retrohale. The black pepper is on the palate. It leaves you with a nice little tingling. No oil finish. You know, it doesn't really linger too much. But I don't know if it's me or if it's the cigar or if it's the daytime. Sometimes it's getting me in the back of the throat. Like I can feel it back there. So it's pretty strong. It did have, and I don't know, it's probably gone now. Yeah. Oh, wow. Picking up some spice now. Along with that sweetness. It's like more of a like a sweet nutmeg. Okay, cinnamon's not really there, but cocoa. So anyway, let me just run down because I'm getting all over the charts here. So you got your black coffee. The black pepper is there. It's got a like a earthy cocoa mixed core. Okay, it's earthy, it's cocoa-y, but I guess it's probably from that Connecticut Broadleaf. You're getting a lot of sweetness there, and it's very subtle. Okay, it's very subtle. It's not like, oh, this, you know, not like sucking on a piece of candy or nothing like that. Now, after I've ashed it and I'm halfway through the cigar, it's picking up a nutmeggy baker's spice type nuance to it. Very enjoyable. And that tanginess, there was a tang there. It's not tangy like a drink, almost like a citrus peel is gone. I was starting to get that a little bit towards the end of the first third, and I was not a fan of that. And the smoke's actually getting a little bit more creamy. And the draw is perfect. You can see the amount of smoke I'm getting. Definitely a good deal. And for you guys that like strong, powerful cigars, you know, if you throw this in your daily arsenal to kind of mix and match, you know. I'm not one guy that's going to smoke one cigar all the time. I like to have a catalog, just like many of you out there. But I would definitely throw this in with the catalog. Good cigar. Now I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. Normally I drink coffee, but this would pair great with some coffee. Anyway, I'm going to get into the final third and come back and tell you what I think about it from there. Stay tuned. All right. Final third. We are exactly, let's see, I started at, we are exactly 29 minutes into this cigar. And I am going to call the review here because it took a sour turn. I was really enjoying it all up till right towards the beginning of the final third here. And it started to get kind of acrid, like a sooty, almost like a sooty texture, and a what I call like a sooty ashy is what I wrote down here. It's got like an ashy, and the smoke's getting really hot. The strength is picked up for sure here towards the end, but you know, sometimes when they get down and they only got about 1.5 inches left, there was like a hole. I don't know if you can see that dark spot right there's like a hole. Causes a lot of oxygen in there. The smoke heats up, and the hotter the smoke is, the more acrid it's going to taste. But I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed this cigar up until this point. Very surprised by it. Well, I guess I wasn't surprised. I've had the Oliva seconds before, and they're hit and miss. I got a good one here. I had no burn issues, no draw issues, other than it just being like a rough appearance. I mean, I've smoked worse, and I have paid 3 times the amount for it. So if you're a guy out there and you're looking for that budget smoke to mix in with your collection, and the guy who sent me this, Michelangelo, he's got very good taste because he threw in with these. He sent Tabernacle, okay, not the Havana Seed, the first one, which I'm going to do a review on. But first I got to get to the Blackbird, okay? My man Joe Cali up in New Yorkistan, he's been raving about him. He's been posting pictures about him, and he finally sent me a sampler, and I smoked one out of the sampler, and I really enjoyed it. If my dogs don't start barking, I'm going to call it a pound. All right. UPS man. Anyway, where was I? Blackbird Cigar, that's up next. Thanks to Joe Cali. I'm going to pick one out because there was a 5-pack sampler, and I forgot which one I smoked. If I was going to bring it up, maybe I should be more prepared. But I will pick one of those out. That'll be next. And you guys keep watching and keep sending me comments and recommendations, and let me know what you think. Cigar Sherpa, Laird Mayhew, reminding you to be polite to everybody that you meet, but always have a backup plan in case you got to shoot in the face. And I'm out.